Did you hear that?
You did it. Well done.
But I finally achieved what we were trying to do in episode 1.
Yeah, we
5. This is episode 5, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, congrats.
I think that's how we should introduce it.
Welcome to episode 5 of the Common Room podcast.
Yeah, we'll be in episode 5.
Episode 5 already!
Exactly. We're getting the flow.
I know.
People actually turning up on
Well, actually, it's not episode 5.
Oh my god.
What is it?
It's episode 6.
For us, it's episode 6, but
Abid.
never know.
Oh god, we'll bring this back up again.
The phantom episode.
That's true.
What do you guys think about that documentary, The Problem About Apu?
Yeah, he stepped down, didn't he?
Well, he's offered to step down.
Has he not stepped down? I didn't know the Simpsons were still running. I thought it ended.
They're still running. They're so dead.
It's so.
I love the Simpsons, but in a way, I don't want them to. In a way, I don't want them to stop making episodes because the Simpsons is my childhood. But at the same time, they're just creating dead episode after dead episode.
There's only so much you can do, isn't it? That's the thing.
Mm.
How is it? Is it 20 odd years? No,
It's been 26 or 27 years. It's been a long time.
Yeah, I think with like Hollywood and filmmakers in general, I think they think that the longer it is or the more sequels there are, the better it is. For example, they're making Toy Story 4. Literally, we don't need a Toy
honestly,
Story 4.
I would love.
Do you think we need a Toy Story 3?
I love Toy Story 4.
Toy
They
Story
can
3
make
we needed because just for closure. Andy, he grows up. We needed that closure. No film should end on 2. Anyways, it needed to happen.
No,
so
Toy Story 4 is
4
completely
is
different.
gratuitous. You don't need... What's going to happen? Andy's gone.
Yeah, but it's not going to be about Andy. It's going to be about that little
see,
girl.
they know it's a money-making scheme.
But
They
that's
just wanna
everything.
make money.
That's everything in
That's
general.
true. That's very true.
But with Simpsons, they've run out of ideas, and their writers...
Yeah. It needs to end.
Well, their writers that they had that made the first 10 seasons the best seasons.
That's because about 20
they
years
all left.
ago.
Yeah, well, Conan O'Brien, do you know the...
Is he the ginger guy?
Yeah, he's one of the most funniest guys I know. I love Conan.
You know him personally?
Yeah.
He's your mate?
He's my mate, man. He's the one that gave me...
Akramul and Conan
He's
are
the one who was
boys.
meant to give me the barber haircut.
Ah.
And so he's my barber.
Small world.
Yeah. No, but he's one of the funniest guys that I don't know, but I watch. And you can tell once he left, which is around season 10, there was a massive decline.
He was a writer on the show.
He was one of the writers.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was one of the writers.
He's actually hilarious.
He's hilarious, man.
Yeah, he has segments. All the segments come up on YouTube. You know when he with his chat show. Yeah, man, he's pretty good.
He's hilarious. But one of the problems with the reason why I brought the problem up here because some guy, I can't remember his name, I think the Sri Lankan bloke, he made a documentary called The Problem About Apu. Okay. And he was saying like it's a bit racist. So when you started doing the accents at the beginning of the show, I was thinking, is that the same? Because what happened is the problem of Apu is about Apu. The guy, what's the guy's name? Hank Azaria. Yeah, Hank Azaria obviously plays Apu, but he's a white guy.
I always thought it was an Indian guy for some reason. He's very good at it.
He's very good at the accent, but he obviously doesn't
That's
accent.
the thing. That accent seems like a bad impression of someone doing the accent.
Yeah, it does.
So it's not like they're no way attempting to be actually Indian. They're actually trying to mock the Indian.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. That's the whole documentary is about. The documentary maker was saying, well, I'm being defined by Apu now, by this guy who's got an Indian accent, a very, very thick Indian accent.
Thick Indian accent.
Yeah.
This is such a stereotype. He's a corner
Exactly,
shop.
the stereotype. That was he owns a Quickie Mart. And then he was saying that he was getting bullied and he was getting
it's all
defined
the
by
hallmarks of like the stereotypical Indian American.
Well, what's interesting is that
character.
The Simpsons, they had an episode recently, right? And they were like, they were just saying something like, something that was people found completely inoffensive 30 years ago is now something to be offended by.
That's like what we were talking about before, though. I think Indian Americans would have been offended by it 30, 20 years ago, but now we've got the ability and the voice and the platform to be able to discuss problematic things, and that's like I'm sure when it was first released, Indian people that watched it must have been like, oh, what the hell? That's like it hits every stereotype on the head. Yeah,
I guess you're right, because the way I see it is because we obviously grew up with The Simpsons, so we knew Apu as the Joker, the guy with the thick accent. I wasn't personally offended by it either, but that's probably because we normalised it.
That's why. I think it's because we were from a Western culture. But we thought,
What, you were offended
they're
by
going
it?
to take the piss anyway.
Yeah.
So
I never watched Simpsons. I never liked it.
You never watched Simpsons? Oh,
I
it
mean,
explains
no,
everything about Faima now.
No, I didn't. I mean, I watched it, but not like regularly.
Okay.
Like, I watched it every once in a while if it was on.
Mate, BBC
But I
2,
wouldn't
6
make-
o'clock, Channel
Was it?
4, 2
Yeah,
6
I would
o'clock.
never made it. I
I
watched it
only
on the
was watching on
way.
Sky 1 after Mosque around 7:30.
Is it? I used to watch
Yeah.
Neighbours and Having Your Way.
Oh, it explains
Australia.
everything.
Explains a
It
lot.
explains
Yeah,
a
Shepherd
lot,
and
mate.
So much.
I bet you watched,
Shepherd and
what's the other one called? Somerset Beach.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what it is
Like
either.
B-Tech Having
Well,
Your
no,
Way.
My
you
sister
watch
used
it.
to watch that. It was
Having
some.
Your Way.
It was like an Australian TV show as well. Sunset Beach or some. I don't know what it was
H2O
called.
just had water.
No, I don't know what that is. So Wenger out.
Yeah, let's talk about Arsene Wenger. I think earlier this week, he mentions that he had a press conference where he's leaving Arsenal Football Club. To be honest, he's 68 years old. Same age as my dad, by the way.
He looks good.
Yeah, no.
Your dad is 68?
My dad's 68.
Damn, man.
Yeah, and he spent 22 years at Arsenal.
So
And that
well done.
is,
He hasn't done very well in those 22 years, though.
okay, if you were to take, I think you should just split
The
up
last-
the decades.
the latter
If the first
Yeah,
11,
yeah,
say
yeah,
first
yeah,
10,
yeah,
the
yeah.
first decade was brilliant. We're talking glittered in everything. It was all there. As in, that was the building and the rise
Yeah.
of Arsenal, essentially.
Yeah,
It's
back
just
in the
this last
day.
decade.
Yeah, back in the day it was all about Arsenal and Man United.
Mm.
Man City. Who were Man City back in the day? No
They
one.
were nowhere. They were in
Even
third
Chelsea
division.
were fairly like not historically they weren't that great. But no, he hasn't had a very good end.
Well, he
to
should
his
have left a
career.
long time ago.
He really should have. When he should have left on a high.
Yeah,
Rather
a
than
wise
drag it
man.
out.
Yeah.
Why drag it out, be shit, and do that to the fans? And now you're leaving with no like trophies to your name.
Yeah, a wise man once said, "You either die a hero."
Or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Well done. We'll try that again. Yeah.
Why did you say that questionably? Right.
They're like, become the
I don't know
villain.
if it's villain.
Yeah, it is.
Who said it though?
Joker.
No,
on.
not hard Joker. It was
Was it? No, wasn't it Harvey Dent said that?
It was
wasn't
Harvey Dent.
Harvey Dent.
He says it.
I think so.
Yeah,
It was Harvey
Two-Face. They were Two-Face.
Yeah, that's what I said. So why did you guys...
Dent. He said hard Joker.
You said hard
Joker.
They're not the same person.
Oh, my bad.
We didn't even interrupt.
Technically, he had two sides, so
Yeah.
one side was a bit of a
Yeah,
joke.
but one was Harvey.
It was a bit of a joke.
Harvey,
I didn't say
one
Yeah, the
Joker.
maddest extra trophy just out there somewhere.
Stop. No Upton jokes in here, mate.
Sorry.
No, I don't get
Um,
up on jokes.
So the reason why we talk about Wenger, his last decade has been woeful, to be honest. But he has produced some of the best players in the world, though. At that, in
his peak,
in the era. For example, like Patrick Vieira, Thierry Henry,
Dennis
Fabregas.
Dennis Bergkamp.
Yeah,
Oh,
time I don't need it too
Robin
loud.
Van
Who's the lad?
Persie. Oh,
Robin Van Persie.
Oh, sorry.
In his press conference, he did say recently that the timing of the departure announcement wasn't really his decision. So it kind of makes you think that, okay, what factors actually play into someone's departure? For example, his it's quite a significant thing for him to leave the world of football for now, as we know.
So basically, is he saying that he effectively got sacked?
Oh, so that's the thing. One of the directors and stuff, they're still saying no, he didn't get sacked and something like that. But then they're not being clear about it even, because if it does mean he gets sacked, that means he gets massive payout. By the way, we're talking something close to like 22 million.
Yeah.
Why is there so much money in football? I know it's a private
It's because
boys club. I get that. Like it's
because it
private
makes so much
money. I get it, but they're
pool
getting
is
paid.
huge.
It's a game that
Big
is
bucks.
globally.
It's not global though. It's
is.
big in Europe and
No, it's
South
global,
America.
mate. It's
It's
India,
game.
Asia, everywhere.
Well, no, they're interested in European football.
Yeah.
Do you see? If you go to Bangladesh, whatever, they support Manchester United, they support Real Madrid. They're not. It's not
Yeah,
their
but
own
it's
team.
because we're marketed so well. Like 1992, when they created the Premier League, that's the objective was to create this massive league that is that rivals Serie A, La Liga, Bundesliga, and Serie A was like the biggest league back then, and now it's a shadow of like the Premier
nowhere
League.
near.
Yeah.
Well, nowhere near the Premier League. It's not really, nowhere near the La Liga.
Yeah, and they
either.
play the most games in the Premier League, don't they? Out of all the other European
No, they play
No,
the same.
leagues.
They play
I
the
heard
same.
that they had more matches.
Oh, probably if you take into account things like league cups.
Yeah, I heard there
and
was.
things like that. Because remember, here in domestic competition, you have a league cup, so which is EFL Cup, or they call it Carabao Cup now for some reason.
Yeah,
You also have the FA Cup,
shit,
and then you
yeah.
have your actual league as a big
Yeah.
season. So I can understand if they rack up more thing. And remember, top teams in top tier competitions such as Champions League and Europa League.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying they shouldn't get paid or whatever. They obviously work very hard and they play a lot. whatever. But like,
Is it the
it's a
proportion,
huge,
like compared to like how enough that world is massive?
Yeah, what they get paid in a week, some of us we can't even dream of getting that in a year.
That's it, let alone a lifetime.
A lifetime, even for some people.
Because you have players who are almost on 300k a week.
Yeah.
That's it's a lot. As in, people
Crazy.
actually spend at least a good 10, 15, 20 years saving that much.
Yeah.
This is regardless of what their
But
actual living costs are.
If you're earning that kind of money, at some point it becomes meaningless, right? If you can have everything, what do you want?
I think what they try and the counter argument to that is the careers are very short-lived. For example, if you're a workman...
Oh yeah, 100%. After your 30s...
That's it. You can't decline, as in 36.
Yeah.
36 is seen as the average age of retirement for a footballer. And they'll be probably been playing for...
It's like with dance as well. You've got short...
But that's the thing, a lot of players, once they finish their playing careers, you either go to coaching or... Well, yeah, you either go to coaching, punditry...
Or whatever you're doing on the side before.
Yeah, but that's why a lot of players now, they have like, they go to university and they have degrees and stuff. Like Mata, I think, has a business degree or something.
Chiellini, remember, he did his dissertation just before Champions League final or something like that. Yeah. He went to university, got his diploma, did a little ceremony, and went straight back to training. So yeah, it makes a big impact. The point I wanted to make was about his departure. The reason, a few of the factors that people have pointed out was that there was fan unrest at his management.
Yeah,
you will know about that.
That's been
people who aren't even involved in football would know 100%. About Wenger Out campaign.
Yeah.
Have you seen those pictures? Those memes of Wenger Out in like WrestleMania. And what do you guys think of Arsenal Fan TV?
Arsenal Fan TV.
I don't know what that is.
Have you not? How do you not? Arsenal Fan TV and chill.
No.
Oh my god, it's the most amazing thing to come out of YouTube.
The thing is that whole thing of Arsenal Fan TV and chill, that is everything.
Is that like a play on Netflix?
Do you know who popularised it?
Who?
Non-Arsenal fans.
Literally, non-Arsenal fans love watching Arsenal Fan TV because whenever they lose, it is so funny watching them.
It's the reaction. I don't know, what can you compare it with? As in, what's it comparable in a more real life setting, a more worldwide setting?
Oh, Ramsey, you're dead, mate.
You get live reaction basically, and it'd be the unfiltered, uncensored.
Why would they document that?
So what happens?
People are laughing at them.
No, but that's the thing. That's why
they enjoy that.
Some Arsenal fans don't like them because you're right. It's like a platform to laugh at Arsenal.
Yeah.
Even like Hector de Bellerin, he was asked what he thinks about Arsenal Fan TV at the Oxford Union, and he was like, I don't really give a shit about what they say. They're making money out of our misfortunes.
Yeah.
From a team that they support. How can you be fans if you're making money?
Yeah, he was
something similar to that.
But at the same time, I get that. But at the same time, are they not allowed to? They pay good money to like. To
these are your working class people. These aren't your pundits who have already had a career, successful career.
That's a fair point.
But to be honest, if you're an Arsenal fan, right, I'd be livid if we were allowed to stagnate to this. Absolutely livid, mate. I would definitely. So I can see where they're coming from. Some of them are a bit over the top, but that Wenger Out movement. What do you guys reckon?
That's been bubbling for some time. Like, even as someone who doesn't, even as someone who doesn't regularly watch football anymore, like that's been such a prominent thing amongst Arsenal fans. They've been
that banner would.
Who was
it?
In
the most weirdest of places. It happened at Coachella. Like, how does it just pop up? Who has the energy to be like, I'm going to campaign against?
Who's going to Coachella with a freaking?
It's amazing.
That's such a different demographics. I can't imagine like football hooligans going to.
Imagine that happened to Fergie. It would never happen to Fergie.
Oh no, absolutely
because
not.
Fergie was our legend. He was a legend.
He knew what he was doing.
Yeah, there is that.
Yeah, he could have had another 4 years, made it 30, and gone out
Yeah, but
he was actually meant to retire the year before, but then
he
saw Man City when he goes, no way am I leaving with them as Premier League champions. So
but Man United they haven't quite recovered from his.
No, I don't think
so.
Unfortunately not.
I know, and you keep thinking like after he left, it was like teething problems, right? Like, for me and you, I kept thinking, okay, they're going to get better. They're going to get better. They're going to get better. But, like, it still hasn't come. Like, when are they going to get better? What if they just go into the abyss and they become, like, any team? In a few years' time, they become, like, Crystal Palace.
Oh, don't ever say that, man. Don't ever say that.
And then your kids were like, Dad, why do you support Man United? They're so...
You're like, nah, I support Man City, love.
Yeah, man, glory hunter.
Absolutely. So, what I wanted to ask was how much of a role fans actually play. One, in his departure and demise, for example, and obviously also in the wider communities within football. We know how much of influence they have. I think mentioned Arsenal Fan TV. That makes a bit of pundits as well, who are always slating Wenger in and out. And these are like, even the pundits, and obviously they have a bit more of a say, let's be honest, because they're being shown, their piece has been seen all over around the world on Sky Sports, etc. And them slating Wenger, other people are going to see it, and then we'll be like, oh look, these guys are the experts, let's believe them.
Yeah, exactly. So one of
that adds fuel to the fire.
One of the things I like about Arsenal Fan TV is that some of these pundits talk so much. Like just because you play football doesn't mean you're it's a hard one because obviously it's a difficult one. But some of these experts, like Jamie Redknapp, who was a really, really good footballer, he talks so much. I swear to God,
he doesn't have a future in punditry anymore, does he?
Well, no, he's
doing it for about at least.
But since the spitting thing,
the
spitting thing, though.
It's because that's Jamie Carragher.
Oh, sorry, who are you talking about?
Just Carragher.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
No, Jamie Redknapp. He's
my bad.
Pretty boy.
I know who Jamie Redknapp is. I just forgot Jamie and what's that name?
Jamie. His name is Jamie.
That's why I got confused. My bad. Liverpool.
So Redknapp is.
Louise Redknapp's ex-husband. Got it. He's handsome.
Yeah, he is.
They broke up.
They broke up.
I mean, I had Luke.
So Jamie Redknapp talks so much, but he was
Maybe
really,
that's
really
why
good
at Sympathy they're still working for Sky.
Yeah, he was.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question? Should we have be privy to footballers that, like, if a footballer cheats on his wife, with whatever, like, do we have a right to know about his personal life? Should we hold them up to be role models?
Yes and no. Yes, because
should the papers like publish their private lives?
Cheating and stuff,
because they are role models. Yeah,
I think cheating and stuff isn't illegal,
but it's morally obviously not right.
It's morally not right, exactly. It doesn't. Again, it depends what kind of role models they wish to be.
Okay, so for example, Wayne Rooney, right? There's always he's a role model.
There's few grannies that he's had in his time.
Yeah, so do we have a right to know about it?
Well, yes and no, because obviously they're in the public eye. So, like anyone, any celebrity.
Yeah. But they didn't sign up to be a role model. They signed up to play football.
But by that exactly by that token.
Yeah, I'm with that opinion as well. But I'm just
playing devil's advocate.
I'm being Akramul.
Yeah.
No, you're right, because it doesn't really matter if you don't sign up to it or not.
It comes with it, doesn't it?
It comes with the responsibility of being a Premier League footballer.
And also,
but there's a culture where we also, as soon as someone's high up, we try to bring them down.
Tarnish their name.
You're part of that profession. You're part of that profession.
No regrets. No regrets.
It's a bit like that Wenger quote. Well, not the Wenger quote. The Batman quote. Listen, when you go home, go watch Arsenal Fan TV and look for Claude, because this guy's always rubbing his scalp.
Okay,
you know he's triggered when he's rubbing his scalp.
It's time to go!
Yeah, and then you've got Ty, right, who's got his headphones on, his Arsenal headphones, his bottle, don't forget his bottle with the Arsenal flag on, with the Arsenal logo on it. And he's like, I love Wenger, I love him.
He's from Liverpool.
Huh?
Is he from Liverpool? That was Liverpool accent.
Sorry.
I love Wenger.
He's
great.
It was really bad.
He's great. Anyway, moving on. Don't worry. That's a good explanation.
Guess what? I just got a pay rise.
I got a pay rise too, and so did I.
That's because on the 1st of April, the national minimum wage
and the national living wage both went up.
What's more, it's your legal right to receive it.
Find out if you're due a pay rise too. Check your pay at gov.uk/checkyourpay.
The national minimum wage
and the national living wage. It's a step up in pay.
Oh, so did you see what happened over the weekend? So everyone in Serie A, all the players, everyone in the Serie A, every player had a red mark on their face as a show of respect. Well, actually, it's not a show of respect, is it? It was just
solidarity.
Yeah,
to raise awareness.
Yeah, to raise awareness for domestic violence. What do you think about it? I think that was quite clever. And
I like that because because they get so much. It's like not a world stage, but like a lot of people tune into it, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of people that might not necessarily otherwise be aware of this important issue. Like I just imagine big surly men who would not otherwise have an interest in domestic violence rates in Italy, and if they see the people that they love and follow, like on the pitch doing it, then that might
telling you is wrong.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Well, do they need someone to tell
It's not
them
that simplistic, obviously, but as in they might be like, oh, This is an actual serious issue that I need to be more aware of.
Yeah.
If anything.
And if you think
Well, I doubt. Sorry.
Domestic violence can be seen as more of a hush
Yeah.
sort of topic as well. No one wants to admit to doing it. No one would want to admit to having it done to them as well. It kind of does make a big difference. So
apparently there's 20%.
Well, it must be pretty high.
Yes.
20%.
It must be pretty high for footballers to be going out their way.
And I feel like it's only the most serious issues that would trickle down to the football field. It's like in America, was it Colin Kaepernick?
Yes.
The take a knee.
He still hasn't found a team, by the way.
Has he not? But he recently got
An offer.
Amnesty International gave him some sort of
Yeah, but that ain't gonna pay the bills.
I know, I get that, but like he's being recognised for his activism. I was going to say activity, but no, he hasn't found a team.
He's like a silence, or he's been silently blacklisted.
No one in the NFL's taking him on.
That's sad. I would have thought they would, because he would naturally bring a lot of publicity. And no publicity is bad publicity. It was never great to begin with.
That's a whole
Kanye's
podcast.
Like,
that's a
he's
whole
gone.
podcast. He's gone.
If we start talking about Kanye, then
you know the sunken place. He's like, he's down there. That tea has not stopped swirling.
Oh yes. Did you hear about the royal baby?
No, you have to refresh my memory.
The royal baby, Catherine Middleton. No, sorry, Catherine, Duchess of what's her name? Full name?
No, it can't be Cambridge.
Yeah, it's Cambridge.
Yeah, because William is Duke of Cambridge, so she's Duchess of Cambridge. Harry, most likely, when he gets married to Meghan, will become Duke of Sussex. So Meghan Markle will become Duchess of Sussex.
Duke of Whitechapel.
It's me, of course.
She's Duke of... Oh, and Prince Charles is Duke of Edinburgh. I did Duke of Edinburgh.
Anyway,
I love how like there's this like view of like working class people, like they just pop out babies, and you know they're just breeding like rats or whatever, and then there's Kate Middleton, royalty, 3 kids in succession. Do you know what I'm saying? She's like lining them up for the throne.
Yeah,
because they're above Prince Harry.
That's so peak. Imagine being Prince Harry and then you're watching.
Have you seen the video of Puyol when they won the trophy and he's going to give it to Abid, but Alex Song thinks he's going to give it to him, and he goes straight past him. It's a bit like that. So when they're going to give,
basically that's Prince Harry.
When they give the crowd to
he must
little
be
kids,
like,
Prince Harry's like, oh my god, he's going to step forward like, okay.
Was that on purpose?
What?
Was he taking the
No, he wasn't.
No.
I thought
He was like, you shouldn't have, but then next you know, he's actually calling the guy next
I think he was taking the...
It was because Abid was suffering. Had actually just recovered from testicular cancer, I think it was.
Liver.
Or the liver cancer, okay.
He had like 2 transplants, man. Good for him.
He's a legend.
He recovered within 3 or 4 months after surgery and played in the Champions League final.
He did, and he beat us. And the thing is, I have to respect that.
Who's us?
United.
Beat United. Dead Arsenal.
So, the royal baby.
Have they named the royal baby?
They have.
Yeah, they have.
They haven't.
What's it called?
Imtiaz.
Man, what?
Imtiaz Rahman.
Prince Imtiaz.
You said that with so much like certainty. I was like, oh no way. Imtiaz, Duke of...
No, here you have
Buckingham.
Here you have Prince George over here.
Prince Charlotte.
Here you have Princess Charlotte. And
Princess
here you have Prince Imtiaz.
Have you watched Victoria? Have you watched Victoria and Abdul? It's a true story. This long story.
What are your views on the royal family?
Oh, I hate am I allowed to say that?
Of course you can.
I hate
You're gonna get beheaded by the Queen. It's treason.
It's treason. No, I don't understand why. Like we have a royal. Why do we have a monarchy? Like I don't get it. It represents everything that's like it represents
austerity.
Privilege.
Massive austerity.
Privilege.
It is privilege.
Why do you get to be born into royalty and like reaping the rewards of something that you did not earn?
It's true.
Also the tax dodgers, the racist. There's so many things wrong with the royal family, and they're still revered. And
Meghan Markle's unchanged that.
I don't. You don't solve racism by marrying a black person. Imtiaz will sort that.
Yeah, Imtiaz.
Brother Imtiaz.
King Imtiaz of England.
Hey, Sadiq Khan is Mayor of London. Yeah. Imtiaz will be King of England.
King Imtiaz, man.
He's going to renounce Duke and go, you have to call me B.R. my brother. That's it.
Imagine. But no, I just think it's all a lot of fuss over nothing, really. But it's, you know what it is? It's the tourists. Americans love
but that's what I'm saying. You say that, one of the things that makes our country unique is the monarch.
Spain has a monarch.
Was it hundreds and hundreds?
Yeah,
of
but
years?
we have. Is there anyone more famous than the Queen of England?
No, there is 100%. There is, but Michael
who is
Jackson.
more?
He's dead now, but he was bigger.
Maybe, but Queen of England is like, it represents the country so well. Now, I agree with you. There's so many things wrong with the monarch. Effectively, they're born into riches, but then at the same time, they're thrown into the public eye straight away, which isn't fair on them either. So that little kid over there, Prince, what's his name? George, Princess Charlotte. They'll never have privacy.
Yeah, I get that, but
then. Okay, fair enough.
They get a billion more privileges than everyone.
They do.
Doesn't it cancel out? Or?
It depends. Does it cancel out? What cost is privacy?
Yeah, that's true. It's very true.
When you mentioned the what they actually bring to the table, kind of thing. What they take from the country is that apparently the Queen has like an official funding, or like a salary, let's say, in air quotes. Of like 82.2 million.
They get a lot of money.
82.2.
There's the privy purse as well.
So we're gonna go.
There's the Duchy estate.
Yeah.
They get money. Like when I used to work at Waitrose, we used to have a Duchy brand, and that was Prince Charles's brand. He made money from that. And then they've got I can't remember. I had to learn this from.
That is sovereign grant as well.
Yes.
That's support. That's financial support.
Yeah. They get
the
money.
UK government.
Yeah.
LPs apparently it's like 62 pence per person goes into their pocket. So whatever we earn, about 62 pence of it goes into their pocket.
Yeah.
But how much money do they bring back?
They do bring back
Except
a lot.
for like,
so from
other than tourism, how do they?
Well, but that's the thing. Other than tourism, when you sort of belittle tourism, but tourism
it's a big part. I know.
Earns peas more than they take.
Yeah.
So I think from 2017 stat, which was like 2016, 550 million pounds comes in. But then.
Now why do they dodge
the cons? Yeah, exactly. Why do they dodge taxes?
That's something I don't agree with. Why do they not pay tax?
Surely it should be.
Yeah.
Because apparently all the assets, not all, I'm guessing majority of the assets go tax free. Income tax, anything. Anything. I think there's one little rule about their private income. Yeah, that is tax free. Or something like that. There's something that there is.
And the investments as well, I'm assuming.
And the thing is, remember the Paradise Papers and the Paradise Papers? Now, in that, they actually came out that royal families have been investing in offshore accounts, even though, again, it's to further dodge tax. As in, they feel as though I'm paying zero anyway. I want to get even more money from less tax, kind of thing.
Yeah. So I don't get why they're not paying their taxes.
Imtiaz will sort that out. I told you. Imtiaz will sort us all out.
Come in.
Sort out, fam.
With his vela rolling pin.
Yes.
I should stop speaking.
The problem with Imtiaz, that's not the only thing the royals have been in the news for recently. Royal wedding's coming up. Royal wedding in the 15th of May.
19th.
Is it 19th? Sorry, I should know that. FA Cup final.
Yeah, which Prince William is the ambassador.
You're right. He is the ambassador. Well, he's the chairman of the FA.
He's going to do both.
Is he really?
He's going to do both.
So how's he going to get from the FA Cup final to the royal wedding? Because he's the best man.
There's time between the two, and of course, like they'll find provisions. I'm sure. Helicopter.
They're spending our money there.
That's what I say. Like we're giving them like 82 million.
I don't get why they
spend it wisely.
I don't get why they did it on the same day. It could be any other day in the year. Why would you do it on the same day as other commitments?
That's how you plan the motive, isn't it? When
you wait forever for one motive, and then two come along.
And then buses.
Damn, guys.
She's 92 as well, the old lady.
I think she's dead.
You think she's dead?
I think she's been replaced.
Avril Lavigne, yeah?
Avril Lavigne.
She's been replaced by Avril Lavigne,
yeah. You guys heard about that? Avril Lavigne.
What is the Avril Lavigne one?
Melissa. She's been replaced by someone called Melissa.
Go on, tell me.
Yeah, so over time, what is it that she's dead?
Something happened.
Yeah.
Whether she went
so
to
somewhere along the years, Avril Lavigne, when she reinvented herself, because initially she was the pop princess, right? Straight hair, streaks of like pink, whatever. And then when she came back and she did songs like the sad
dark,
song,
wasn't it?
the sad like when you're gone, that one.
Everyone, I think that's
has everyone got their earbuds?
Actually, no, hold up. First of all, I think that's Kelly Clarkson.
When you're
gone, talking about the wrong person now.
Allah, it's Avril Lavigne.
You're talking about the wrong white lady, for goodness sake.
4 trillion%. So when she came out with this album, do you remember the song? A little bit of music. Do you have to pay for this? It's copyrighted. It's copyrighted, isn't it?
plus it's close to your earphone. I mean, your.
I highly doubt Sony Music. Sony Music.
They will, because on Instagram I tried to put up a flipogram, and I tried to use one of the songs from my playlist, and they didn't let me because of copyright reasons. What was I saying? So yeah, when she came out when she reinvented herself, and she was like, this mellow Avril Lavigne, the theory is that she died and she got replaced by another girl called Melissa or something. Yeah, and they literally like zoomed into her eyes, her like hair, her handwriting, her facial expressions, everything. They're like, she's a different woman who's an imposter. She's pretending to be Avril. But it is what it is. It is a conspiracy. She's the same person. She just changed a little bit. But yeah, so Abid, you're saying the Queen is dead and she's been replaced.
So why? What's the
No. When the Queen dies, we all get like 3 days off. So like, why would
really?
She? Yeah.
Even us.
I don't.
Maybe they're just saving those 3 days for another.
They're saving it for when we really need it, like when the World Cup is on.
Yeah.
Everyone chill. Crack a cold one.
What about Diana? Apparently, some people think that the Queen killed Diana.
100%.
What do people think? Bro, that's a fact.
Yeah, is the Pope Catholic? Like, this is true. It's a fact.
It's a fact.
Facts only. Genuinely, that was so, like, it stinks. That whole thing stinks. This sounds really horrible to say, but I would not be surprised if Meghan Markle suffers the same fate.
What?
She has very similar, she's quite similar to Diana. She's a humanitarian. She's kind. She's charitable. I feel like they share a lot of the same thing.
Yeah, the Queen isn't a villain when she's going to be like, oh, she's a humanitarian. Let's get rid of her. Abid.
Let the dogs have her. Let the dogs
Release their hands.
Philip,
Philip,
release the hands. She's already gone against everything that she's black, for example, for instance. She's Canadian. She's been married before. Already she is everything that they are not about. So
no, one of the kings married someone who was...
Yeah, but he was shunned. He married an American woman as well, and he was shunned. Who even knows his name?
Yeah, but it's different now, isn't it?
Yeah, but I don't know. She's already transgressed from everything that they represent, so I don't imagine she'll have a long...
Yeah, but you can't...
Either that or they'll get divorced. I feel that's the two fates for young Meghan Markle.
She killed Diana, man. I genuinely think she killed Diana.
Nah, she did not kill Diana.
She didn't physically go there and drive the car, but
no,
she had a hand.
Who did it, right?
She had a hand to play.
No, I think we all did. I think all of our 62 pence went into killing Diana, hiring that hitman.
Yeah, in terms of the news world, though, it was really, really big. Yeah. It was almost bigger than 9/11 for British people.
Well, not for British people. Everyone loved Diana. Everyone loved Diana.
I think that was the problem. I think that was the problem. Because they everyone loved Diana, and then I think then she was divorced or something with Philip, and then she went to marry Arab, Arab dude, wasn't it?
Dodi.
I think he's the former Harrods owner's son, isn't it? So I think that might have caused him should bring a shame to our name, man.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for the driver.
Marry Imtiaz.
Imtiaz's dad.
Imtiaz's granddad. No.
Granddad?
Yeah, granddad.
See, all connects.
It all connects. Imtiaz al-Fayed.
Do you think they have the same policy of almost close to incest between themselves? You know how there's that theory?
Well, there's definitely
we're going to get deported for saying these things, man. What do you mean incest?
What do you mean deported? I've never been outside.
I know. It's a joke, T.
I've never even been to Bangladesh.
I've got my
English, fam.
Oh, you think you're Dave? Aye, boo.
My name's Aaron, mate.
Aaron, my bad.
Aaron, I'm from Essex, mate.
Aaron with 2 A's, mate.
Aaron with 2 A's.
Queen dead as well, apparently. According to Abid.
Yeah,
Abid called it first.
Yeah, they're first.
You know, in terms of news writing, they've written all the stories like the Queen is dead, age whatever. When she actually dies, they will just fill in the blanks. All the articles are ready to be published. There's a list. We have a list of all the people that are likely to kick it. Sorry, Bruce. That Strictly Come Dancing presenter?
Yeah, he's dead though.
I don't know. What was his name?
Bruce Forsyth.
I remember they had a scare back in May last year, or whatever. All the articles were written. They were ready to press publish, and then fill in age, date, and the circumstances.
Do you know?
So it's all written. So the Queen's one is 100% her will thingy. What do you call it when someone dies and you write
obituary?
Oh, but it's done. It's all ready.
Do you know, is there in your workplace, do you have to beat the sun, for example?
Yeah, 100%.
To get ahead of someone?
100%, yeah.
But hold on, say there's a minute between the two stories. Yeah. No one really gives
Yeah.
So why would you like?
I mean, it's a pride.
They like someone will be there. When I was at the Sun, they used to be like, "Oh, Mail Online, I've got it first." Like someone will shout it out. At Metro, they were like, "Oh, yeah, Mail Online," or like the Sun have got it first. It's just like a point of.
Is it like a
pride thing,
point
really.
scoring thing?
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's their number one rival, isn't it? And you want to get it in first. And you try to get in information that they don't have. Because if you take any exclusive information that they reported, you have to say, according to the Sun, reports the Sun.
What is that? And do they get some pride out of that? Like, according to the Sun?
No, you don't want to do that. Yeah, the Sun would be happy because they've been sourced.
Yeah.
And, you're crediting them, so they're going to be gassed.
Is this why journalists go through a lot of hoops just to get that extra bit, like, not harassing, but actually, like, go to
you are actually told to harass them. We have editor's code, which we're not supposed to harass. Like, if you call someone one time and they say, we're not going to talk to you, you're not supposed to, but journalists, because the editor puts so much pressure on them, they would, like, tweet you. I've done it myself. Like, you find them on Twitter, Facebook, if you can't get their email, their phone number, every means of communication. We used to have this database, I'm not going to say the name of it, but we had the neighbours' information, their house information. One time, this guy, he died in an airplane crash. And I knew he was dead, but no one was confirming it. I called his house, I spoke to his dad. His dad didn't say anything. But I was literally, they were telling me, like, I'll try to gauge whether his dad is upset or not, to see if his son is dead. So I'm like, when's he going to be home, blah, blah, like, asking such intrusive questions. But, like, it's got to be done. You have to get
Do you feel like a scumbag when you do that?
No, because that was when I was at a news agency, and with news agencies it's a bit different. You have to get the stories if you want to get money. But now I don't deal with those kind of stories. I don't do breaking news stories anyway, so... But I'm sure some journalists really do. It does tug at their, like, morality.
Do you have any sort of, like, terrorist incidents written up? Pre-written up?
No, because first, that's really, like, sordid. Secondly, it's really unpredictable. You don't know when it's going to happen. Or where it's going to happen. How many people are going to be killed. But those ones are really horrible because they're so unexpected.
But do you think...
Have you got Donald Trump as well?
I do.
Written up Donald Trump?
There is like a list of 100 people that are most likely to die in the next 1 year or so. Like, some people are constantly, like, occurring on the list. Like Muhammad Ali, before he died, he was on the list quite a lot. Bobby Moore's on it. I wrote his obit. I don't think they would use it. But,
Bobby Moore?
Yeah.
Bobby Moore died ages
No,
ago.
Bobby Charlton.
Oh, Bobby Charlton.
Yeah. United.
I wrote his obit, yeah. So when he dies, they could publish that straight. And they would just
Why would they use
fill in
it?
the blanks. Oh, because they might have someone who can write it better.
Mm,
They probably will find someone who can write it better.
that.
Anyways, that was my little 2 cents.
You go in there first.
That was interesting. No, honestly, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know either. I was quite surprised. I thought...
Facts only.
Facts.
I wish we had like stories like that about work, but...
Well, we had the Maya Jama thing. Do we want to talk about it, or are we just bored by it?
What happened with Maya Jama?
Yeah,
so Maya Jama, so she tweeted dark skin. Or she heard a comedian say this line, and then she tweeted it, and she was like, lol. Was it Kevin Hart? So he was like, oh, these dark skinned bitches, blah, 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 blah. And then she tweeted it. And obviously people were like, that's so, like, that's really colorist as well. Like, as a light skinned black woman who gets a lot of privileges, you're poking fun at dark skinned women. And it's kind of like, problematic.
Although it happened, I think.
Yeah, but this whole thing of, like, celebrity tweets, like, resurfacing from, like, 5 years ago. Like, everyone loves...
It's like they were, and these are artists or celebrities who are, like, say 20, 22, 23.
Yeah.
And you're taking tweets from like 5 to 7 years ago.
Yeah, where they were
literally
very,
teenagers.
Yeah.
Where you wouldn't, even what I'm looking at, thinking, you know what, I would have probably had some stupid thoughts then as well.
Yeah, exactly. Especially like Stormzy as well himself. He tweeted some stuff like saying, "Oh, don't be a faggot," stuff like that. And I just remember, back in school and stuff, we would just say like that all the time. Like, it was not a problem. Like, stop being gay. Oh, that's so, like, don't.
Back in school, you literally said something to me, literally like half an hour ago before the podcast happened.
When did I say that?
You called me.
That's not the same.
Facts only, though.
That's facts only, B. No, but that's but in a couple of years, in 100% in a couple of years, you can't say shit like that. Don't be a... You can't say... You, like... Celebrities...
I have to spell out the
celebrities would be like... Oh, they're going to be called out.
Yeah, but saying be a man apparently is offensive as well.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely it is. Be a man. What is a man?
So you say it to me as well all the time. What are you talking about?
You stop being a little ass.
Know your role. Know your role. Stop being so sensitive.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Arsenal.
I don't get it. I don't get why.
No one cares.
People evolve. People grow. Like, be easy. I'm not saying like give them a free pass. But if it's like been 5, 6, 7 years, it's just like, well.
It's a difference. If they said it literally
they wouldn't share
yesterday compared to 7 years ago, I think it makes a big difference.
Yeah, exactly. Having said that, though, I feel like if you're a celebrity and you know you've got a platform now, why don't you just hire a social media expert or whatever, get them to go through your delete everything. It's that easy. It saves you from,
But should it be like that, though? That's the thing. I understand the thoughts behind it, but it's like, this was something that happened years ago. Like, this is a free platform.
This is society now. We like, I hate to say it, but we like to get offended. So we will trawl through.
People do. People sit there
post.
For a story. They will literally go through someone's entire profile.
They'll be like, look, what do I need to get offended by?
Right?
What do I need to rile other
happens
people
with
up
politicians a lot. Labour Party, anti-Semitism, a lot.
Yeah, but that's just dumb. Like, there's no good time to ever say.
Yeah, some things will timelessly be.
Do you know,